So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting off the vlog with a very it's just the coolest day for me. I love days like this. The Cadillac that I rebought back, what, about 7 or 8 months ago now, is finally time for it to go to a shop and start the process of actually getting this thing running and driving. So if you guys did or did not remember or know, if you're a fan of the channel, you'll know this car from literally when it started. I sold this to fund what you are seeing right now. The camera in my hand was funded from the sale of this car. Everything FYD at the start was funded from the sale of this car. I gave up my dream car to actually, you know, invest in myself for YouTube and into my brand. And now we're full circle. I actually bought the car back last December, so end of last year. I bought the car back after talking to the owner, literally trying to buy it for about 4 years. I was actually trying to buy this car back for. So it's a really exciting day for me because this car means the absolute world to me. I'm really excited to hopefully try and air it up because the air ride's a bit temperamental at the moment. The car has been sat for years and years. If you guys don't remember, I will pull the cover off, just show you exactly what's going on with the car and hopefully what you should be able to see in the next couple of months, I'm going to say. Let me start off by the engine bay. Now the engine's actually already sat in the car. Now if you guys do or do not remember, I've actually been trying to charge the battery that I found in just to get the air ride working, but it's a bit temperamental at the moment. We'll get back to that in a bit. But basically the engine itself, this is the original engine for the car. It was taken out, rebuilt, and then literally put back in, placed in the engine bay. It hasn't had anything else done to it, and that is something that we looked at in the past when I actually bought the car back. We just did a, you know, one of them bore camera things. We just looked in the engine to see if it was, you know, basically brand new and nice inside, and it was. We took the covers off the engine just to make sure we are, you know, on the right page for this. I will get the garage again to go and actually have a look and see if the engine is proper usable, if it has been built properly. It's not built in a sense that, you know, it's forged or anything like that. It's just been rebuilt back to factory standards. So this is the 429 7-litre, the V8 that would have came with the Cadillac in 1966. So that's been fully rebuilt, but it's literally been placed back into the engine bay. As you can see, nothing's actually connected whatsoever. Everything is off it, alternator, everything is off it. Everything is with the car in theory. We will, you know, have some speed bumps, you know, things happen. It's just how it is. The car has the engine in it and everything pretty much ready to go, so it just needs sort of bolting back together. Interior wise, it's actually all complete inside, which is nice. There we go. Bit of a wiggle there on the old door today. But yeah, as you can see, the whole interior is still as it was when I had it, when I bought it. It is complete. It is really lovely, actually. It was retrimmed a few years ago now when it was in the States before it came over. So that is all good. Not a lot of work needs to be done in here, just mainly cleaning, and I need to find a sun visor. Lastly, we'll come into the boot. As you can see, the boot actual lock is underneath the Cadillac badge because that's just so cool. We have an abundance of parts in here, many parts, some usable, some not, but I've left them all in there just in case. Fan lines, just everything just in case. Even got some exhaust bits down there. We'll be putting a new exhaust on it because it's a bit, well, when I actually bought this car, I aired it out while driving because I'm about that life apparently, and yeah, got a lot of scrape marks on it, so we'll be putting a new exhaust on it. But as you can see just at the back, there is the air ride system. Big tank, solenoids, pump, but the pump I think is completely dead. I had a good look the other day, and unfortunately I think the pump is dead. So we do have some new ones to actually put in. I have a dual 444cc Viair pump, so I have 2 to go in, but we'll try and plumb one in and actually get this thing in the air. But yeah, there's a rundown of the car at the moment. I will, of course, not really be wrenching on this myself. I know a lot of people wanted to see that. For me, this car is my car, and I never really want to hate it. I know it sounds so silly, but I never then subsequently want to work on it because I never want to lose my rag with it, if I'm quite honest. This is a forever car for me. This time round, we're just getting it running and driving, but 5 years down the line, and if I'm still doing YouTube, which I should be, we're going to fully document this, actually, you know, going for a full restoration process over maybe a couple of years. But this is a forever car for me. I will probably have my funeral in this car, if I'm quite honest. This is the be-all, this is the end goal car for me, so it's really nice to have it back in my life. But let's try and get it in the air. If not, if I can't get the air working today, I'm literally going to jack it up and put blocks in the suspension just to get it mobile, because of course the car is actually sat on the ground at the moment because this is on bags. as you can see, the actual floor pan and everything is on the floor. So this should be good fun. Are we ready? Yeah. I've got no brakes and no anything, so thankfully it actually aired up all right, which was quite nice. The air ride system is still very functional, which is nice. Yeah, crack on. It was in park. Is it in park? Yeah, it's in park now. It was still stuck in park, so yeah, it's in neutral now. It should go. Oh. Here we go. Right. Nerve-wracking thing ever. This is. I hate it. I don't hate it, but it's scary. Lovely, we're out. It's actually very free, the car, which is quite nice. It's actually rolling, which I'm very surprised about. Right, time to get it on trailer. So just like everything to do with cars, that took a little bit longer than anticipated. The air wouldn't really pump up unless it had loads of voltage going through the whole system's long lines and everything. So the car is now actually working. The air ride pump that on there at the moment, I actually bought 2 new ones. The one on there was actually doing quite a good job, so I'm happy that the original pump that I put on, what, 7 or 8 years ago is actually still working. But right now we're in the car. We're going to go to Advanced Automotive, drop the car off. Proper overwhelming for me, this. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to share this with you guys, that the reality of me actually dropping this car off is so much bigger than you guys realize. It means the absolute world to me that this car is actually back in my life and actually gonna have a few things done to it. So anyway, onwards to Advanced Automotive. Actually hilarious just seeing it on the back of a trailer at traffic lights. The friggin' size of it's actually, what a joke. So we've made it. The car is just about to be dropped off to Advanced Automotive. I'm going to try and get this off because I don't want to get too much in the way talking to myself in someone else's garage. So guys, as you can see behind me, we have the 66 Coupe de Ville inside Advanced Automotive. We've just gone through the car, explaining what we really want to achieve more than anything. Remember, please remember when you're watching this video that this is a couple of months, maybe 6 months, maybe even a year, depending on if I want to do electronic ignition, various other things like that. But hopefully next summer, that is the plan, to actually get this thing out running and driving. I have just talked to the guys as well. We're going to spruce up the engine bay and just really go through the engine. I want them to sort of pull the heads off and stuff, just to make sure we are working with what I think we're working with. There's no point in building this engine up if there is internal problems or something has already happened in the rebuild process, because of course I didn't rebuild this engine. It is basically been bought like this, with the idea that the engine was rebuilt by someone and it's just been placed in the engine bay. So I'm going to get the guys to go through this and just make sure we're all on the same page. The engine is what I think it is. We're going to spruce up the bay as well, just various lines and blanking plates and stuff, just to make it look a little bit nicer, and maybe even paint this bit up, because this is the first bit we're really going to go in on, is the engine bay, and just get it looking very, very nice. As you can see on the roof there, I do have loads of stuff that I'd shown you guys in previous videos, but I'm going to leave you guys today with this shot of the Cadillac finally in its part resting place. This shop is going to be, it's going to smash it. They're going to absolutely smash this. New exhaust, everything. It's getting everything. But I will update you guys as I go through the process of actually getting this car back on the road. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you all on the next one.